that's that. And then so we're trying to figure out. Okay, so in addition to like, I guess like technical education on like what is a MetaMask, what is a DAO, what is, what are perpetual futures, that type of thing. Also the emotional content, like I was talking about, like here's why you shouldn't be listening to these people. Here's why you shouldn't be relying completely and totally on traditional investment vehicles. Here's why, blah blah blah. The third section that we're talking about is we're gonna repackage the daily dose stuff from the week, and we're going to put it out on the website behind not a paywall but an email wall. So majority of the website will be it's going to be like, it's not going to have the email wall, but once you get to the research section, if people want to see what's going on, I think because that's more like heavy content. Oh, thanks for joining me, dude. But because the research side is more heavy content, and again, this goes into marketing, I'll just explain really quickly, but third-party cookies are going away for Google in 2024. What that means is that like a lot of the targeted marketing that everybody is like, oh, marketing's so easy. Yeah, it's easy until third-party cookies go away, and then it's not going to be so easy. So they're not going to basically, it's, when I say Google, it's actually the Chromium browsers that will be blocking third-party cookies. So you won't be able to target ads as much anymore. So expect prices on products and services to go up as a result of this. But in terms of our side for marketing, we're cognizant of this and we're thinking long-term. So yeah, we are going to work with third-party cookies for marketing, but we're not going to rely on it because we will immediately get fucked, just like everybody else. And most people do not know this. Even people in the marketing world are not aware of this. So the reason that we're heavily focused on the email is because that's going to be the best way to capture who our user base is and directly target rather than relying on third-party cookies. Hopefully that makes sense. So if we put an email wall up on the content side of the website that has just repackaged daily dose information from the week, they're going to have to give us their email. We'll be able to send them emails, and then we'll be able to target them with discounts for the subscription service, for the course, NFTs that we have in the future, stuff like that. Right? So hopefully that makes sense. Any questions on it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a big thing that we're thinking about in terms of how to structure the website. So the website will have an email login, and we've thought about too in terms of like you're not going to be able to see any of the research content side of the website without giving us an email. And so giving that gate, like providing that gate, I think is going to allow us to target more people that are interested in research, which is the target customer anyway, right? No matter what level they're at. If they're interested in research, they're going to give us the email. And if we get the email, then we should, in theory, be able to convert them to sales in terms of subscription and stuff like that. Eventually, after they see the value of the research on the website. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Kyle, you want to talk about the other stuff that's going on?
Have we started recording, by the way?
Wait, what?
Have we hit record?
No, I don't think we hit record.
I did, yeah.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think everybody here should already be aware since it's pretty much all mods. But yeah, we're working on the getting the SOPs done for the daily dose postings in the DeFi-Logic forum space. So that should be ironed out by today or tomorrow, I believe. And then on the back end, we're still waiting on getting the DBA to get approved. So that's going through the process with the Secretary of State in Wyoming. So probably another week, I'd say, and then we should have the DBA approved for DeFi-Logic, and then we'll be able to get the bank account opened up and everything. And then if you guys want to, use the DeFi-Logic name on your LinkedIn profile or resume or whatever, then feel free to. And then we'll get all the socials up and running here in the next couple weeks as well. So then we'll be able to repost content on there as well for further engagement for both DeFi-Logic and then also your own personal profile. And I think, not sure what else.
Yeah, we're gonna have to add on. We're gonna have a LinkedIn page because I don't know if people are memeing or they're serious. They want to put this on their resumes, but multiple people have said that now. So we'll have the LinkedIn page. Also, the thing is that in terms of marketing, what we've been doing is the partners have been posting on Quora and Facebook, and we're not getting a lot of engagement necessarily on these platforms for crypto content, but we're getting a shitload of views. So we're hoping that we can convert some of those views to the website once we have our own content that we're shilling on these platforms, right? And I've already seen it myself. I've gained like I think 21 followers on LinkedIn just because I'm posting crypto content a few times a week. And I gain them within a matter of weeks. So I'm gaining like 2 or 3 people a day following me just because I've been reposting or posting the same thing that I'm posting on Facebook to LinkedIn. So my point is that I feel like, well, I know for a fact that LinkedIn is one of the last platforms where you can actually gain an organic following. And so we can capitalize on that with a business page for DeFi-Logic, pump content on LinkedIn from the website, and also maybe convert sales from there. But for SEO, it's going to look good, right? And then also we can start building a sense of community on LinkedIn as well from mods that you can we could probably come up with a better name for mods or something like that. So if you guys did want to put it on LinkedIn or you wanted to put it on your resume or whatever, we can do that. If anybody has a better idea than the name for a mod, then let me know. And maybe like analyst or something. I don't know.
Maybe something, and I don't know, administrator support, something like that.
Yeah, true.
Or we can just call people what they do. So like a FA would be fundamental analysis, or we can call them analysts. Same with TAs, so on.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that that's what I had in mind as well. Just like research analyst or something like that, And then in the description underneath that you can put on LinkedIn is something. Yeah, you could say like analyzes macro markets in a from a fundamental perspective or something like that or whatever. So I think that adds on to that. Kyle, you want to talk about the bots and all that we're working on? Should be implemented.
Oh yeah. So we're talking about implementing the Alpha Pro bot here shortly in the next week. I think the first of the month is what we decided on. So we'll be having that in there, and they just implemented some new features with advanced charting and whatnot. So we'll get that in the server and start messing around and testing with it and just figuring out the different functionalities. And then as far as the TradeAddicts bot, which was kind of more focused on stocks, they do have some functionality with crypto, but it's a little limited at the moment. That'll probably be implemented in another month or so from now. And then we're also trying to figure out a timeline to test out some of these other analytics platforms, such as like Token Terminal, Masari. There's a couple other ones, I think Candlestick and one or two other ones. So we're just trying to devise a timeline that we can basically just get either use the free trial that they have in place or just get a 1 month membership to test it out to see if it would be worthwhile having a subscription for that as well, because obviously we have Nansen at the moment, so we don't want to pay for another one that's going to have a lot of kind of the same content. So just trying to figure out what the best combination of these analytics platforms is that would be best for the community.
Yeah, and we're waiting for like Skylar and Justin to kind of be comfortable with what we already have. That way we can move on to the next platforms, because they're doing a lot of the analytics stuff. We simply don't have time on the back end, any of the partners, to dive into these analytics platforms. So once they get a grasp on one, it's really going to be about, is it worth it for us to add, say, Token Terminal, or is there a lot of overlap with Nansen? If there's any value at all, and if that value is substantial, cool. I think that we can, figure out how to implement those platforms for usability on the mod side.
Yeah, and if you guys have any ideas yourself as far as different bots or platforms to implement into the server, then feel free to share and we can take a look at it.
Yep.
Right. Anybody else got any questions just about what's going on or just anything in general regarding the server?
No questions for me.
Cool.
None over here.
All right. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And then basically, we're working on creating a clear path to mod ship for mods in the future. So we appreciate all the mods that are producing. Mods that are not producing, or they're kind of half-assing it, that's cool. Might have to part ways and find somebody else, but we are creating a mod ship, like like I said, a pathway to mod ship. That was actually Skylar's idea.
Yeah.
So with growth too, we'll probably have to add more mods. So even if all the mods make it to the end that we currently have, which we hope they do, we're not trying to eliminate anyone, but if you're not posting like we need you to post, then we'll just have to go in a different direction. But we'll have this mod ship path posted on the website, probably with like actionable criteria. They could be showing us like their research or whatever, and we can figure out how to plug them in. So one more thing is we want probably about 5 people for 5 normies for a focus group. I think I've talked about it before with some of you guys, but we want to make sure that the server is at least semi-usable to them, and anything that doesn't make sense, or if mods have to, we have to change our language a little bit, or just be aware of how we're saying things might be confusing to people that are new in the space. Trying to take inventory of that and make it more, I guess, inclusive, in the sense that we're including people that are not as familiar If that makes sense.
Do you already have your people for the focus group, or you're saying that like you?
Wait, what?
He's asking, do we have anyone? No, we don't have anyone yet. It's an idea we're building.
Yeah, I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm asking if you guys have anybody in mind, like family members or something like that, people that are more new to the crypto space. We're basically it's going to be basically the same structure as the mod position, but it'll just be for normies. Like, so we'll just ask them like once a week to like fill out a Google form or something. Be like 30 minutes or less to tell us like what's going on in the server. Obviously, they need to be active enough so they can give us critical assessments, but they're going to get a free membership out of it when we go live. So, if anybody has anyone in mind, please have them reach out. And,
We new to crypto.
what's that?
You want them to be completely new to crypto, or like it doesn't necessarily matter?
No, I think it can be people that are not as like engaged as us. I'd say like probably a year in crypto or less. Maybe they're in other paid groups. Maybe like primarily people that are like stuck on sex. They're not on in Web3 or in DeFi.
Yeah, I got you. Like
Okay.
it's kind of like people that kind of know the atmosphere when it comes to like Discords and things like that.
Not even actually.
No, not necessarily.
So
Just
maybe
new in any level.
Probably, but I mean, to that point, Trill, I think that's probably be a good idea to have a balance of both. People that are completely new, and then people that are on like sex, but they haven't gone over to DeFi yet. So they're going to come in the server and they're like, "What the fuck is all this shit?" You know what I mean? Like they're going to be like lost.
Yeah,
We want
I got you. Yeah.
We want to deal with those people so that we can, if we can, change the format, the structure, the language, whatever. I don't think we really care about like. See, in the Discord server, the language is going to be different than the rest of the platforms, which is actually something that we've been talking about. But to the point about language, I'm not saying we need to change language where like we're not being ourselves. The Discord should be very direct. Everyone's personality should be known exactly who they are in the Discord. That's what's made Cryptozonon what it was, and that's what's making DeFi-Logic what it is. The language is going to be different on the website. We're working on the brand voice for the website. Facebook, Quora, all those things. It's gonna be different. But the language that I'm talking about is like technical terms, or are there things that keep coming up that they don't understand? Like maybe that means we have to make an extra course for the video, or add some extra content on the website to give context. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm talking about in terms of language.
Yeah, I got you.
But the thing is it's kind of like I think I've said before, like the forgetting process, because we're all generally, especially the mods, are more advanced than the average individual in this space, and we're more comfortable, and things that we take for granted. New people that we don't know what we're taking for granted because we're around it every single day. A lot of us are just in the server every day, like keeping up with it for years now. So we don't know what they see as confusing or needs clarification. So that's the point of the focus group.
I got you.
Cool beans. Is there anything else we could clarify, we need to talk about here? Any questions from you guys? You guys got any? I mean, small, big, doesn't matter.
No questions.
Good.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for showing up, guys. And I don't want to take all day, so we appreciate the time that you've given us, and appreciate you guys
helping us build this thing.
Cool. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Take care.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on.
All right.
Thanks and toodles.